Metalworker, Academy Rector, Replenish, and Treachery. These are just a few of the amazing cards that came out of Magic's 17th expansion, Urza's Destiny.
But those are not the cards we're talking about today. Today we are talking about the sleeper picks from Magic's 17th expansion, Urza's Destiny.
The video starts right now.
Special thanks to our Patreon supporters who power our channel. Check out our Patreon for monthly giveaways, exclusive content, and even a starring role in our fan fight series. Link in the description below.
Hello and welcome to the day.
Thank you for spending your time with us.
I'm Jake.
I'm Joel. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel are Magic. You're here for the Urza's Destiny Commander sleeper picks, but first, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it really helps us out.
Best way to support the channel as we continue to grow. Let's go ahead and get into these picks. Okay, so Urza's Destiny, what you need to know about this set is it's a pretty small set. It's only, I believe, 143 cards, so very small compared to the sets that came before it. It does have foils, unlike Urza's Saga, which was the first expansion in the Urza's block.
Yeah, you can't leave this section of these videos you're not going to be able to say that you haven't learned anything from the Urza's videos from Jake and Joel are Magic. You know when foiling started now, and it started one before this set.
That's right. And so this is, we get some really, really good OG foils out of this set. Academy Rector and Metalworker. Metalworker is like an $800 foil near mint. Academy Rector is like, oh my gosh, like if you have a near mint one, it's like $800 to $1,000. So really, really high power in here. We're starting this video off with a featured common.
Yeah, we're not talking about the expensive ones today. We're talking about the ones that are still like $2-3 and under. This one definitely is. It's Bubbling Muck. I play this in my mono black deck. This and Exsanguinate with something like a Crypt Ghast or even a Cage Sun, which can be used in any color. You're all of a sudden just pumping mana out. Exsanguinate for huge and probably, hopefully, win the game just like that.
Yeah, if it's late enough in the game and if you double enough mana, oh man, yeah, it should definitely be a card that is a good tool in ending the game. In these videos, we're going to talk about a common or an uncommon that really stand out above the rest of the commons in the set, and this is definitely one of those. For 1 black mana, we're creating all of this additional mana.
Yeah, this is like a $2 common, unfoil.
That's right, that's right.
Moving on, we actually have a common and an uncommon in this video, because like Jake said, this was a smaller set. This was the 3rd expansion in that Urza's block, and so we had a little fewer cards to pick through, and like we always say, we're not just going to waste your time with some crap picks. Compost is our uncommon in this video. Whenever a black card's put into a graveyard of your opponent, you can draw a card. That seems pretty huge.
Well, you know,
it could be.
We always say this, keep it classy casual.
Oh, yeah.
We're not talking about like what is the best card in slot. We're talking about cards that are going to be really fun for, you know, you're hanging out with your friends, you're playing some kitchen table EDH.
Right.
And there's always going to be like a black deck or two at the table. And a lot of the time people will be like, all right, what are you playing this game? And then you pick a deck based on what they're saying. So this is one of those cards that if you play it in the right situation, you're probably going to profit a lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's get into some rares, and we'll start with Pattern of Rebirth. To my knowledge, this was only reprinted once in a master set, and this card is a house in my opinion.
Yeah, I love the OG printing of this. It's really cool art. So compared to the Masters printing, and I believe it was Ultimate Masters, it's just, this is a lot more attractive. Now, the foil is going to hold a huge premium of this card compared to what you're looking at here, which is only a couple bucks.
Right, but
the
ability to put this on a creature as soon as turn 4, probably sooner with some ramp in play, drop this on like a Solemn that you want to die, or a Yavimaya Elder that's going to be sackable yourself so that you can just get rid of it. Go get any creature card from the library, put it directly into play. You're talking about, I mean, you're going to put a huge target on your head right out of the gate if you're doing it as early as I'm talking about, but also you can establish a pretty dominant board position very early.
Yeah, and again, to reiterate, the OG border. That's really why this card is on. I mean, you could go get Pattern of Rebirth out of the Master set.
Sure.
But, you know, we're looking at the original printing. This is a really, really cool card. It's got the nice OG border. I like it a lot.
Yeah, me too. Storage Matrix is up next. It seems like, Jake, we've been picking a lot of stacks cards lately.
Yeah, I think stacks cards are, it's a very niche type of pick. It goes into specific decks, but players that are looking for something a little different are going to turn to stacks, and they're going to turn to resource denial.
Right.
And this card is no exception, and it's very cheap. And again, it's one of those cards that the foil printing holds a big premium over the non-foil.
Yeah, this card, I had this in my colorless deck, and that whole deck was trying to get, you know, Karn or somebody, some kind of creature equipped up with some indestructible equipment and, you know, like World Slayer. And this is the kind of card that would slow the game down enough for me to build up.
This card slows things down in a weird way. Right. I love weird cards like this. And here it is. This video is brought to you by the word sticky.
There you go. The thing is that in the right deck, especially a colorless artifacts EDH deck, which is not super easy to build but can be rewarding if you do, you're choosing to untap all your artifacts. Chances are you're probably going to have some artifact lands in there. You know you're going to be playing this so you can build around it, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's a really fun card.
Yeah, Body-snatcher's up next. We got some of that OG Phyrexian looking creature on this one. Now this one's got a lot on it. It is a 2/2, but when it comes into play, you pretty much have to discard a creature card from your hand or it's going to get exiled, and you don't want to pay 4 mana for nothing. But when it does die, or when it dies, it does say graveyard, not exile, but when it dies, you can exile it to return a creature card from your graveyard to play. I mean, this is another one. Cheat out turn 4, play this, toss Ulamog in the graveyard. Hopefully you have a sack engine. If not, just wait for it to die. Return your Ulamog straight onto the battlefield. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I mean, it's a single use kind of trick.
Oh yeah.
However, it is a very cheap card that does provide a unique use, and cheating a creature from the yard into play is nothing to shake a stick at. That's something that can be really, really strong in the right situation, and it could win the game in the right situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we're not looking at the best in slots here. We're looking at cheaper alternatives, sleeper picks that accomplish these goals. You know, there's obviously going to be cards like Reanimate that'll do that single function for you. Wake of Destruction. Earlier, we were looking at Compost, which hoses black decks a little bit. Wake of Destruction hoses pretty much any monocolor deck at the table, or colorless for that matter, because they're going to be playing, Wastes as their basic lands in that deck. Wake of Destruction's just like, no thanks.
Well, this card is... I'm gonna be honest. This is like a feels bad card. This is
hell!
Like
you can only target one. Essentially, you're like, I want to screw you in particular.
Yeah, you are no longer playing the game.
Right.
But it is very spicy. And again, for the people that are looking to shake things up in the meta or play something that's gonna start a conversation, this is one of the cards that
I like start a conversation.
Do that.
It's going to start a conversation. That conversation might be, "Hey man, screw you."
Yeah, and I think that's, a real dialed back version of what's really going to happen. But
sure.
Trying
to keep it advertiser friendly over here.
It will be a Denny's fight by the
table.
time it's over. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That takes us back around to Bubbling Muck. We appreciate everybody's watching our Commander Sleeper series. We're getting a lot of feedback on it. And
slim pickings on that one.
Yeah, it is slim pickings. But again, we're not going to waste anybody's time and put crap cards into our sleeper picks. We do appreciate you watching. Let us know what cards we're missing as we're going through this. We're having a hell of a time. Absolute blast going through these sets and picking the cards, so we appreciate you spending your time with us. If you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button if you do like the video or the series or just us in general, it really helps us out. If you want to support us further, we've got a Patreon. Link is down in the description below. We got monthly giveaways going over there. We're having a great time over there. We got exclusive behind the scenes videos that Jake and I are posting every week. Make sure you go check that out and see if you feel like we're a good fit for you. If you want to hang out with us, we got a Twitch. We're streaming most Tuesday and Thursday evenings over there, so come by and yell at us for missing the card that we missed in Commander Sleeper Series. Jake, I'm tapped out.
You said all of the things.
I got it
have
down.
Nothing
It's
to
like
say.
I got a thing going now.
I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm sorry.